So today we're going to be working on the bike fenders now that I have my 1-inch spacers on it. So what's going to happen is this spacer is probably going to have to be cut in 1 inch, and then we're going to have to see if I even have enough thread to do what I need to do. I'm doubting I probably have to replace these studs, but at least we're going to try to get it all lined up and get the spacers cut and all that stuff, and then see where we're going from there. I could have brought these in a hair more, but then there would have been a hair of interference. And so what that ended up doing is keeping this out, but then I had to put spacers up here to get the fender back, where it needed to be. And, so right now it's kind of loose, but if I bring it back up, and I'm not necessarily, internally I'm probably centering across the tire, but the fender looks a little bit in because I don't want the outside to be out here. I want it to kind of be a little bit closer to the rim. So we had to make 8 spacers there, and then of course 4 spacers of the black there, and I already had the extra little spacer there, and those are temporary nuts. So once I get this all going, and then of course, whenever I go to the store to get bolts, they only have like 6 and I need 8. So I have to go to the back of the store like in a few weeks and wait until they restock, or go to a different store. That's always annoying. So I think we're pretty good. So I took 2 of the spacers out. There was 3 on each side, so I took 2 out on one side. This side I got 1 out, but the other one's buried, and so I need a second person to help me get that one out of there. And once I do that, with this arrangement, the edge of the bracket is maybe 2 inches away. So, and it's the closest, not the fender's not the closest, but the bracket is. So that will give me a lot more turning power than I've had over the last few weeks. And yeah, we're doing pretty good here. So the other thing, we were talking about re-arcing this trunk and possibly putting it out in the sun with some tie straps and kind of baking it in, but I don't really see why that wouldn't unbake itself being in Arizona. So Not sure, and I might need to buy those braces to retorque this or shape it. But someone gave me the link to the website, and the website no longer exists. So I'm assuming that's just we didn't pay our web stuff because they're still on Facebook and stuff. So I need to dig into that and see if I could buy those. And then the other thing I need to do is really get the door poppers and stuff working, and maybe put in the side windows. This type of stuff is not something I'll be able to do. All this, like the stuff they give you to put in here, it just seems like putting truck parts on a car. Like, it just seems not the right thing to put in there. So that's kind of way above my knowledge, and so that's something I'm going to try to have Greg take care of, because I just can't do it. It's not my thing. Definitely not going to do it the first time on this car. So I say that, and then Greg will push me to do something, but for the most part, I'm going to let that one go. And then after that, dig into some body work. I'm 300 miles on the car right now, which is good, and I need to get to about 400 before I change the brake-in oil and all that stuff, and I was going to change all my pans and gaskets and all that stuff at the same time. So we'll see. I might wait a little bit on that, and just depends, like if I need to drive this down and then take the body off and drop it off and all that stuff and then drive it back without a body. It'll be a lot easier to work on this car without the body on it. So I might just wait a little bit to do the rest of that stuff. But yeah, so moving forward, starting to look good. I probably won't drive around with the fenders on it since they're all sanded and ready to go. So I'm just going to get them fitted and then pull them back off and pull the brackets off too, since they're not permanently on yet. Have a great day.